Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost and you're watching Provost Park Pass, and today at Provost Park Pass, I'm at Hong Kong Disneyland and I am going to show you what may be the best Disney castle of them all. What? That could be some fighting words. Today's video is brought to you by our Patreon, Dallas Snyder and Universal Retirement. All right, let's get into it. It is super hot here today at Hong Kong Disneyland, and I mean like really hot, hence why I have my umbrella and my cooling towel around my neck, and there's the castle. When Hong Kong Disneyland opened up about 18 years ago, it was almost an exact replica of Disneyland as an homage. Over the last 18 years though, they keep changing it and making little changes to incorporate more of the culture here, and it's changed quite a bit. The castle in particular has changed the very most. When Hong Kong Disneyland first opened up, the castle they had here was Sleeping Beauty's castle. It was almost an exact replica of the one they have in Disneyland. But, you know, they ended up deciding to change it, and you can see like the mountains behind this. They wanted to change it and make the castle more like, just, you know, make it more impressive and make it more inclusive of everybody. So for the first time in Disney's history, they tore down the castle and they rebuilt it from the ground up. That's right. This castle is very special. You'll be able to take a look at the colors here, and it also incorporates all 13 princesses and queens. What? Now, if you look at the castle, you'll notice it's got a lot of different colors. Let's take a zoom in here so you see some of those colors. Look at all those different bright colors here. That helps complement around the mountains. Those are real mountains. That's not a facade here. That's not part of Disney. This whole area is surrounded by mountains, and they wanted the castle to be complemented by those mountains. One of the things they do here is they use colors that are really used prevalently here in Hong Kong and China, and it makes the castle really pop. In fact, the sun sets here around 6 o'clock. Everybody comes out here and it's jam-packed with photographers because all the colors on the castle glitter at that time, glisten, if you will. And here's the castle. I'm gonna get a little bit closer so you can see those amazing colors. And I'm gonna show you the 13 different princesses that are represented on this castle. Now, which Disney castle is the best? Well, I think that's like really subjective to what you like. A lot of people agree that the Disneyland Paris castle is very pretty. A lot of people love the Disneyland castle because it's original. But once I think I showed you this history, this story of this particular castle, you might change your mind and start to love this castle with your whole heart. All right, we're looking at this castle here, and you see all the beautiful spires and the colors here that makes this castle just kind of pop and just shimmer in the sun. It's so gorgeous. Now, remember how I said this castle represents all 13 princesses and queens, because Anna and Elsa, they're considered one and also considered a queen. I'm gonna show you how they do a representation and show a little bit of love for all of these Disney princesses. All right, so if you look right here, the very first spire right here, what do you see? That's Mushu to represent Mulan. All right, so next to Mulan, you're gonna look over and look up a little bit. You're gonna see that little spire right there. That represents for Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Then right next to Little Mermaid and a little bit higher, you're gonna see right there, this is the Sleeping Beauty right there. Now this is the tallest spire because it was the first castle here at Disneyland Hong Kong. And to show homage for that, that's about the height of the original castle. There is Sleeping Beauty's spire. All right, continue looking here at the castle. You're gonna see Moana right now. This is Moana. Right there, you got the heart of, was it? I was gonna say Nefertiti, but there's the Moana symbol right there on that pillar for Moana. Man, it is hot. All right, right here at the center of the castle, we're gonna look up right here, and you're gonna see the apple for Snow White. And right next to that, you're gonna see Princess Tiana. There's the frog right there and her little flower. Look at that. Princess Tiana. And then right over here, I think the easiest one to spot is Meredith from Brave. Right there, her bow and arrow. Now these are all the ones you can see in the front, but there's more in the back, so we have to walk around the back now. They put in so much detail on this particular castle, and they wanted to make it all inclusive to all the different princesses and queens. It is amazing. Now I'm gonna walk in, I'm gonna show you some cool things on the inside of the castle, and then even some hidden Mickeys, and then show you the rest of the princesses' spires. All right, guys, now I want to talk about our sponsor, Dallas Snyder and Universal Retirement. This video is sponsored by Dallas Snyder and Universal Retirement. And I recorded a whole little thing in front of the castle, but I didn't really like the way it sounded because I didn't feel like I was very articulate. And this is such an important message. Dallas helps people with their retirement. That's his whole job, is make sure that when somebody retires, they have enough money to keep doing what they want to be doing. So, I mean, this is really an important thing. Let me give you guys some advice. If you are in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, call Dallas right now and you'll be able to talk to him and he'll help you make your nest egg. So that way, when you retire, you can do whatever it is that you want to do when you retire. Awesome is that. If you're in your 50s or 60s and you're getting close to retirement and you're worried about that, you can also call Dallas and he'll make sure that you have a nice little nest egg so when you retire that your costs will be covered. You want to start younger. Start younger. Don't procrastinate. Literally, don't procrastinate. I wish I would have started my retirement a lot younger. So I want to make sure that's why it's an important message to me. Dallas is an awesome guy, a huge fan of Disney, and you can call him for no obligation phone call. Just call him and tell him that Provost Park Pass sent you, and he'll talk to you. And if it's not a good fit, you don't have to work with him. If it is a good fit, he'll be happy to help you. The number is 1-702-544-3244. That's 1-702-544-3244. Give Dallas a call at Universal Retirement. All right, let's back to this castle, man, because it is gorgeous. All right, we're gonna now enter into the castle. You'll notice they have the little coat of arms there, very similar to the one they have at Disneyland. Some people say that that's Disney's coat of arms. It's not really, it's just a fun little coat of arms. This is the only Disney castle where you can't go up the second level on it. So there's no second level here on this particular castle. It's open to the public. But as you walk through, you see the Royal Reception Hall. It's a little shop right over there. And that's where you meet the princesses. You see the Princess Meredith is in there. And the Enchanted Treasures. So that's where you go meet princesses. And this is where you buy stuff about the princesses. Now, as you come out this side here, a lot of people just walk through so fast. But we want to look at each one of these columns here. I'm going to take a look at each one of these columns and show you what they all mean. Starting with the farthest away column right over there. Each column also represents a princess. So let's look at each one of those columns. Now, this first one you look at here, right here, this represents the Little Mermaid. As you can see, got a little flounder over there. This column represents a Little Mermaid. So cute. This next column represents Sleeping Beauty, Aurora, Briar Rose. And there it is. Look at all the little fairies and the animals for Sleeping Beauty on that particular column. This third column represents Beauty and the Beast. As you can see, they've got this little Cogsworth, Mrs. Teapot, represent for Beauty and the Beast. The fourth column that we're looking at, this is Snow White. You can just tell by how cute the animals are on this column, Snow White. The fifth column, that's Tiana. Check out, there you go. I forgot the little Fireflies game. And there they are, this is for Princess and the Frog. We're gonna go look at the sixth column. This represents Rapunzel. You see there's a paintbrush, there's the lanterns that go through. And of course you've got Pascal right over here. The seventh column we're looking at, this is Cinderella. You can see Cinderella, see the little mice there. Shock, Shock, and Gus Gus. The eighth column, this represents Jasmine from Aladdin. You can kind of go around and see, what do you see? Abu, right there. And Iago. On the ninth column here, who do you see? Hey Hey. This represents for Moana. You see the little coconut there? The 10th, this is for Pocahontas. See all little animals for Pocahontas. The 11th column, this is Meredith for Brave. You see the little bears? The 12th column is for Mulan. You can see a Mushu here. For Mulan. The 13th is for Anna and Elsa, both of them together. They've kind of combined that. Anna and Elsa. You see Olaf right there. This is the entrance, the back side of the castle, the entrance to the castle. You see these beautiful columns right here. But there's even more. You gotta look up. If you look up, you're gonna see a beautiful flower there with all the petals. Each petal represents the 13th princesses. Let's take a look at this one right here. You got a snowflake for Anna and Elsa. You've got the sun right there for Rapunzel. You got Tiana's hair comb. the shoe for Cinderella, the crown for Sleeping Beauty, the heart of Fertiti, that is Moana, Little Mermaid right there is a seashell. You got Aladdin's lamp right there. I can't remember if I said the apple for Snow White is right in the middle. All right, I'm gonna have to do this again. I got a little confused. Ready? Here we go. Top. You got the snowflake for Anna and Elsa. Then you got the little sun, that's for Rapunzel. The apple for Snow White. The crown for Sleeping Beauty. The bow and arrow for Meredith. At the bottom, you see the rose for Beauty and the Beast for Belle. Then moving over here, we've got Moana. We have Cinderella's shoe. This is Mulan's comb. The flowers represent the flowers blowing. Those represent, the leaves are for Pocahontas. Going down here, we have Tiana's crown and Jasmine's, the Aladdin's lamp. There you go. But something kind of cool, if you follow it all the way down, you'll see a hidden Mickey. Wow. All right, so now I'm going to show you the rest of these spires here at the back of the castle so you can see the rest of the princesses. We're here in the back of the castle. This is the only silver-tipped turret right here. This is for Frozen right there. Anna and Elsa. Right here you see Beauty and the Beast. You see the flower for Beauty and the Beast. And if you also look at the tower, the turret of Beauty and the Beast, you see books because that's her. She loves to read. Right in the center, you have our second princess, Cinderella. Right here, you have Rapunzel, the sunflower, right there. And right here, you have Pocahontas with the hummingbird. Now, we are missing one. That's right, we're missing one. We are missing Jasmine. She's kind of the hardest princess turret to see. It's kind of hidden, but it's a really cool one once you spot it. Let's look at it. Here's the back of the castle. If you look right over here off the side, what do you see? A boo. Representing Princess Jasmine. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, whoa, like, can they honor the princesses anymore? Yes, they can. There's actually even more on this castle. Let's keep looking at it. This castle is absolutely gorgeous and stunning. If you look, you're going to see a stained glass window. This represents the 12 princesses. Right in the center, what do you see? The apple. That's for Snow White. She was the first and the original right in the center. At the top, at 12 o'clock, you've got Cinderella because 12 o'clock. And then it goes in the order of the princesses. After Cinderella, you have Sleeping Beauty. After Sleeping Beauty, you have the Little Mermaid, Ariel. Then you have Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Meredith, Anna and Elsa, and then Moana is the newest princess. Right there top. Look how cool that is. That stained glass window. All the princesses are represented right there. Just wanted to show you a good view of the castle from the backside because it is absolutely gorgeous. This is a beautiful, beautiful castle. The paints that they use really shine and reflect on the sunshine, and it looks very good. Did you guys learn something new? If you did, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you learned something new. This is gonna be probably maybe one of my new favorite castles. The way that we found this out is when we were here visiting here at Hong Kong Disneyland, the public relations office from Hong Kong Disneyland says, hey, we got to talk to you about our castle because we want people to know how cool it is. And they sat down and told us all about it. So grateful for them to meeting with us and telling us about this amazing castle. And we're happy that they told us this so we can share with you guys to see this awesomeness they have here at Hong Kong Disneyland. Now, if you haven't, could you hit the subscribe button? That helps our channel. And if you like this video, hit that like button. By the way, hit that bell notification because we have a lot of cool things coming up here. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be going up to Shanghai Disney. You need to see all of that as well. So the videos will just keep coming out. So make sure you are following along for the journey. This is our 6 castle summer. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hey, you know, in these videos, I try to do like a personal message because that's important to me. This message goes out to somebody who's important, very important to me. That's my wife, Amanda. I love you, sweetheart. You are amazing. You're wonderful. You're kind. And you always treat people with kindness. And it's amazing. You're beautiful. You're funny. You're outgoing. And I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Just want you to know that I love you. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. You guys, I know I end the video, but I just have to tell you how hot it is here. This is the hottest I've ever been, I think. It feels like, this is just crazy hot. My phone actually overheated, just sitting in my pocket. It was so hot. Amanda and Miles have gone back to the hotel to kind of cool down because it's just so hot. I can't believe it. And again, I want to tell my wife, Amanda, I love you, sweetheart. You're kind. And that's the greatest quality that anybody could ever have. And every single person you meet, you take your time and you're just so kind to them. And it's just a quality that I am so just jealous of, and it's just amazing. And just keep being you, sweetheart. Don't let the world get you down. You're amazing. I love you. All right, guys, this is the end of it. It is so hot. Oh. I just saw something I've never seen before at any Disney park in my life. It is so hot here. The line to get out of the park was a lot longer than the line to get into the park. I think so many people are leaving right now in the afternoon because it's so hot and they'll be coming back when it cools down. So I've never had to do that. You had to wait in a long line to get out. I wanted to show it at nighttime, guys. Look how they have it illuminated. It pops. So magical. One of the prettiest. Is this the prettiest castle at Disney? I don't know. What do you think? Because all 13 princesses and queens are on it. Woo! I think it's really beautiful, and I love the colors, and I love the way it pops at night.